So this isn't going to be a total teardown, but I thought I'd give people a rare look inside of a Canon BU-47H outdoor rated PTZ camera. I believe this is fairly old, and it's definitely been outside. It's pretty dirty, and the paint's pretty oxidized. It'll rub off on your fingers if you touch it. But I've already loosened the covers on this one because the screws are pretty oxidized in place. And I think I'm going to flip this over here and show the inside of the camera portion first. And this is so heavy. Couldn't tell you how much it weighs, but it weighs a lot more than you'd expect. So the housing is cast aluminum with some sort of paint coating, and then rubber gasket or silicone gasket, so it's watertight. I will have to wipe this down and clean it before I put it back together. But this is the camera portion here. And the only reason I wanted to see inside of it is because I was curious, but I was kind of hoping there'd be like a DSLR in here too, maybe, or something fun. But it's purpose-built, quite the lens on this unit. And looks like that might be the video output that goes to the SDI output on the camera. And I think I'm going to freehand this because it's going to be too hard to show up close otherwise. Let's grab the camera here. I rotate it, that way it's the right direction. And there's some hand labeling going on here. So I wonder if these were low production. But got a fan here for some reason. I guess maybe to deal with condensation buildup over the lens. Also, it does have a little windshield wiper, which is kind of funny. And then there's drive motors that spin the various focus and zoom functionality on this. Hopefully me touching those didn't screw anything up, but I will be selling these for parts repair. And I'm just looking around. Oh, my eyes aren't looking at the same thing cameras. I just noticed these things here. Looks like optional memory card slot there. Oops, trying to look and hold the camera. I'm not doing a very good job. But that's about. If maybe this had some optional internal storage you could configure it with, or maybe that's for like firmware flashing purposes. Otherwise, I mean, not much to see on the boards. I don't know if many of these chips are going to be readable. Nice if you'd focus on that one. Yeah, I can't get the right angle in it. Looks like I got some power delivery and filtering there, potentially. I would assume this is the brains. And then this board here might be controlling the image sensors, since it has a lot of stuff going down below. I think if I understood correctly, this has 3 1/3 inch sensors on it. I think that's what I saw when I was Googling it. So I don't know what that really means. Why it has 3 sensors. Maybe that's for higher sensitivity or something like that. But I'm going to just set the phone down here for a second. I'm going to slip the cover back on so I can tip it over on the other side. Try not to break things in the process. So here's another cover. And this is on the motor controller side of things. Unfortunately, not much to see here without taking it apart because that PCB is facing the wrong way. But got quite a beefy looking box here for the main swivel, I guess you can call it. And then it has this little, I don't remember what these couplers are called, but basically it absorbs the shock or backlash, I think maybe, from when it's moving, so it doesn't go flopping around and it doesn't snap gears and stuff. But yeah, there's a servo there, there's a servo here, which appears to be controlling the rotation of the camera head, be up and down. This is the horizontal. But see deep in there the gears covered in grease. Looks like this must be the oh, actually there's two of them. Dang. As you can see, it looks like these are the servo motor drivers, but there's two, and there's a lot of chips on, or pins on that. And they are attached to this metal, aluminum material here that's a combination of heatsink, and then it's also supporting the components. But yeah, I don't know. Probably not going to see in there. No. I don't really want to take this apart further, unfortunately. I just thought it'd be interesting to show the inside. It looks like... Oh, where am I pointing at? Oh man. Struggling today. FCH20A06. I wonder if they're using that as a thermistor, maybe? I don't know why it'd be on wires and isolated from everything else otherwise. But, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, this probably isn't as good a video as a person would like, but this isn't something I'm going to be tearing apart too far because I'm trying to sell it in theory. I am selling them for parts repair. I'm assuming that these probably are either going to need some maintenance or they just don't work. Probably more like they don't work. They seem like they're at least decent. I mean, they're not as nice as something modern. They're not like 4K and stuff, but I imagine these have some really good zoom on them with that huge lens. This doesn't want to go back on. But they're just so heavily corroded and oxidized from years of being in the outdoors that I don't really know. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that was interesting one way or another, and thanks for watching.